Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Hayley and I use this channel to talk about my transition into a more low waste, zero waste lifestyle and just become more natural overall. So if that's something you're interested in, please click the subscribe button below and join me on this journey as well. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the safety razor and why I decided to go from a disposable plastic razor to a stainless steel safety razor. And I'll show you a demo of how to use it as well on your armpits and your legs. The safety razor can be used on every part of your body, but I'm only going to show you my pits and my legs for today. It's not that kind of channel, not going to be doing anything else. So this is the razors that I went from, which is a Venus disposable plastic razor. It doesn't have a removable cartridge. I know that you can get them. I did used to have them as well. So you have to keep the handle and you just change the cartridge, which is obviously better. However, it is obviously still plastic. It will still end up in the landfill. And so I decided to go for this safety razor, which is completely stainless steel. And this is from Bambaw. I bought this from Amazon for £20.99 and that also comes with a stand. This lovely stand here that you just pop it in, and I'll explain later why I decided to go for the stand and not just the razor on its own. Hello, so I just wanted to let you know how it comes. So this is how it comes in a cardboard box. It's all plastic free. So I'm going to just have a go and see if I can put this together. So first of all, cut the plastic free tape, which is nice, and somehow try and figure out how to open it. You know, you would think this would be easy, but oh. And then cut the tape on this side. Zero waste, lovely. Push it out. And then this is how it comes. I obviously got the one with the stand, so there is a stand in here as well, just because I didn't want it to get rusty on the bath. So this is obviously the QR code for the PDF user manual. So instead of putting a paper manual in here, they put a PDF, which is really good. And they've already emailed that to me. So, superior. So this is the blade in here. Let's see if I can get this out. I'm going to unscrew the top. Which is a lot of unscrewing. Or I'm just being thick. Oh no, there we go. I'm going to pull that off. So on here, it just says download PDF, QR code, reduce, refuse, reuse, recycle, repeat, repair. Which is nice. And then it has just got first shave with a safety razor, be safe and read our online shaving guide, which I intend to do. So pop this out. So that's just how it sits in the bath. So I'm going to go and try and put the razor in. So I believe undo the razor here. Try not to cut myself. This razor, Superior Platinum. It's actually really, really thin and bendy. Is that the razor? Am I being thick? Don't really want to test it on myself. Maybe I should read the instructions first. But anyway, I believe you just push it on there. Put this on there. And then screw this back up. And then that is your safety razor. So you can see the razor blade here and here because it's double-edged, and then try and shave with it. I'll let you know how it goes. So I'm just going to explain to you on how I use my safety razor. I've only recently purchased it, so I haven't had it for very long. But the way I do it is obviously I would usually do it after the shower, but for this demo I've just done it on the end of the bath. So first of all, I just wet my legs and get it all nice and moisturized, and then I actually use my shampoo conditioner bar to get a lather and to make sure it's all moistened up. You can use any kind of soap, normal soap, body wash, anything like that, but I like to use my shampoo conditioner bar just because I want to make sure I have as much moisture on my legs as I possibly can, and then I get some more water and lather it up even more. So once it's got a nice coating, then I go in with my safety razor. The first time I used this, I actually had the blade in the wrong way round, so it was not doing anything. I was very confused, but once I realized it was the blade, popped it the other way around, and then it was so smooth and it came off so nicely. So the first thing that you need to know about using your safety razor is they say to use it at a 30-degree angle, and really, like, I know what 30-degree angle is, but like in practice I don't really know how to get it spot on. So I literally just used it as I would with my normal razor, which was, I know where the blade was, and so I just pulled out from there, and that was absolutely fine. I had no issues with that whatsoever. I don't have a blade in this one, so just as an example, you just go like that. That's the angle that you need, which is just, for me, it was a natural angle using a blade, a normal razor, so it worked just fine for me. I didn't have any issues whatsoever. I did cut myself when I used this razor for the first time, but that doesn't actually bother me because I did not feel that I cut it. I only realised I cut it because I saw a speck of blood. I wiped that blood away and it was gone. No more blood came out. Couldn't feel anything. Nothing, no issues for me. And then once I finished shaving my legs, I just patted it dry and then used some moisturiser just to moisturise it all back up. It does say to actually rinse your legs with cold water once you finish shaving, because then that will close your pores and make sure you won't get any ingrown hairs or anything like that. So that's a good tip as well, I think. I also use this on my armpits. I actually do have a little mole on my armpit, so I was a bit worried that I couldn't use it, but I did the exact same process, put some water on it, then use my conditioner bar on it to lather it up, a bit more water to make sure it is nice and soapy. They do actually suggest that you go with the grain if you're a beginner on your legs as well, but I just went straight in there with my normal technique of against the grain. On my armpits, you're supposed to just go with the grain, but I know that your armpits have lots of different angles that the hairs come out of, so I just used go down once, then to your side, cross it over, and then go up, so you're covering all your bases and making sure you're getting rid of all your hair there. And I didn't have any problems with any cutting, and I did have a little mole that they say make sure you cut up against your mole and not away from your mole, so as long as you're careful, then you should be able to shave around that area quite easily. I know I used to have a problem with just shaving really fast, and you can't really do that on your first goes with this because you've got to make sure that you're careful and don't nip yourself. But to be honest, I've used it once, and halfway through it was a normal procedure. I went as fast as I used to go, so that's good for me. I don't have any issues whatsoever with converting to a stainless steel razor. It is perfect for my use, and there's also lots of other benefits using this razor. So with my plastic disposable razor, I used to get quite a lot of hairs clogged in the back of the razor. As I said before, I don't shave very often, like every few months, so like when it is time to shave, it's quite hairy, so they do get clogged in here quite often, and you have to just try and pick it out the back of the razor blades, which is not ideal and not very easy. Whereas with a stainless steel, you can obviously take out the blade, rinse it, and then all the hair has disappeared. One thing that I do is I unscrew it a little bit so there's a little bit of a gap, then rinse it to make sure everything is gone. But obviously be careful with that, so you don't want to accidentally do it too loose and then you've dropped the blade on you or cut yourself or anything like that, so you just have to be a bit careful. I had read that the safety razor gives you a closer shave than your disposable razor. I found that it probably was about the same. Like, it was a really good smooth shave and it was very smooth, but I was prickly again within a couple of days. So I would say that's probably the same with my brand new disposable razor. It definitely felt more luxurious. Just knowing that I'm using a stainless steel, which is obviously better for the environment, makes me feel better, and it just feels like a luxury treatment, but that might just be me. The Bambaw razor that I bought came with one blade. You can buy a box of 100 blades from the same manufacturer for about £5, I think, or a few pounds. It's not very expensive at all. I wanted to see what this blade was like before I decided to buy 100 of them, but it was great, and I'm planning to buy a bulk pack very soon. Each blade lasts around 7 shaves, so for me that definitely would last me a year, to be honest, but the blades are so inexpensive. If you get the Astra brand, which is what came with this one, they come in all paper and cardboard and no plastic as well, so that's great. The razor itself will last a lifetime if you look after it, so you have to make sure you look after it so rust doesn't form. So that is why I decided to get a stand. So if you leave your razor beside your bath, it is likely to rust. So I decided to get a stand so then there's no water left on the razor. So the way you're supposed to look after this after your shave is you're supposed to take everything apart and then make sure you rinse it all so it's all clean and there's no hair on it. Then you dab it dry with a cloth or a towel and then leave it to dry completely, and then put it back together, and I leave it on my stand. And that's what I do, and that's what they recommend you do to avoid the rust. They do say to store it somewhere else that isn't on your bathtop, but I have nowhere else to put it, and I've already cleaned it and dried it, so I just leave mine on my bathtop and I have had no problems whatsoever. Another great thing is that obviously the only waste you have on this razor is your blades, but your blades are also made from stainless steel and are completely recyclable as well. I was a bit confused when I first got it because it was a bit more plasticky, and I thought, I didn't realise it was so bendy, but it's just because the razor is made with such thin stainless steel, it just is a bit bendy, which I did not realise, I did not appreciate, but it is, and they're still recyclable, they're not plastic, they're all completely stainless steel recyclable. You will need to check with your local council to see how they recycle it. There's a couple ways that you can do it. Some people have a specially made blade tin that has a little slot at the top. You pop it in, and then once you're finished you can put tape over the top and then just throw that in your recycling, or take it to your recycling centre depending on your local rules. Or you can do another tin bank, which is you just get a aluminium can and then pop them in there. Once that's full, then secure the top and then throw it in the recycling or take it to a recycling centre. You just need to make sure you do not put it in your trash or your recycling without securing it first, because even though your blades are blunt, they are still sharp enough to hurt someone who's dealing with it on the other side. So you just need to make sure that you're careful and just secure it with tape, or just keep it in an aluminium tin. You can get quite a lot online that you just pop it in and they secure it, so you don't have to do tape or anything like that. But I personally am not going to be buying a tin just to recycle it, so I'm probably going to be using my aluminium tin. But as I say, I don't shave very often, and a blade usually lasts around 7 times, so I don't think I'm going to be having a lot of blades needing to be recycled very often. So the reason I decided to swap was not just because of the average plastic use against lifetime use. In the US, they throw away 2 billion plastic razors, and that goes straight to landfill. And in the UK, they throw away approximately 70 million disposable razors, and this is per year. So every single year, this is the amount that's being thrown to landfill, which is obviously pretty horrendous and what we want to try to avoid. And plastics take around 1,000 years to degrade, which is obviously insane. If we're throwing away that amount of plastic each year, every single year, and it's taking 1,000 years to degrade, that's obviously a hell of a lot of plastic that the world just does not have enough space to store. So that's why I decided to get a stainless steel razor, obviously for environmental aspects, but also it is a better shave. I feel better using it, and it's so easy to use. I would say it's easier than a normal razor. So this one is a Bambaw one, and I would definitely recommend it. There are so many other ones on the market as well, but this one was great. It was the first one that comes up. I know the most iconic Bambaw ones are with the bamboo handle, but I really wanted a stainless steel look for my bathroom, so that's what I decided to do. It's completely your own preference, but there's so many out there. Just research, because I know there are some stainless steel razors that do have plastic components within them, so you just need to make sure that you do not get those, because even if they're 99% stainless steel, that 1% plastic will stop you from recycling them. So just have a little research. There's so much information out there, so you can easily decide which one you decide to get. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I would love to know if you have a stainless steel razor or a bamboo razor, or if you use something else or don't shave. I would just love to know. Leave a comment below. If you like this video, leave us a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.